Anastasia works remotely from home, spending more time with her daughters. She and her husband pay their mortgage and then cut costs where they can, like every other average Russian household.
We won't go on vacation next summer. We buy things on credit. Children and their education are a priority for us. Their extra classes are expensive. Utility bills have gone up. Food, too. We started buying less meat. We switched to chicken more. We no longer buy berries, and we can't complete the repairs at home.
Now, at the end of the year, with inflation accelerating and the ruble hitting its lowest level against the US dollar since March 2022, the central bank being forced to raise the key interest rate to record levels, hurting industries, agriculture and businesses in the process. Analysts say the Russian economy is overheated.
The demand for goods and services exceeds the supply. The budget spends a lot of money, many companies make good profits and pay high wages, but the supply, both in terms of domestic production and imported products, is much less.
When the military conflict with Ukraine began in February 2022, many wrongly expected the Russian economy would collapse.
Overall, the results, I think, are better than it had been expected in Russia and than it had been expected in the West. We didn't face a substantial GDP growth contraction in 2022. It was only of about 1%. And then Russia has 2 years of almost 4% GDP growth. Russian economy definitely remains operational.
Despite sanctions, Russia's economy continues to grow. Average incomes and consumer activity remain high. Russia's defense industry, which employs almost 4 million people, has seen salaries increase by 20 to 60% this last year. Economists predict, though, prices will skyrocket further after the New Year's break, with state workers and pensioners being hit the hardest. Outside of the cities, life is even harder. For many young men there, the army becomes the only social lift.
Reports show that poverty does push people to join the army. The poorer the households are, the more likely their sons will sign up and go off to fight in Ukraine, especially with payments of up to $50,000.
The Russian economy currently appears locked in a vicious circle. The central bank raises the key interest rate, but then the government reduces its impact by compensating businesses and industries, and they in turn raise wages, all of which means there's no financial stability for millions of Russian families like Anastasia's. Yulia, Shapovalova, Al Jazeera, Moscow.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.